Now, let's look and dig a little deeper with receiving gifts. We said it's universal to receive gifts. A gift is a visible sign of love. You know, when we get married, typically, we exchange rings. The ring is a gift. And the person performing the wedding will likely say something like, these rings are outward and visible signs of an inward and spiritual bond which unites your two hearts in love that has no end. Now, that's not just rhetoric. The gift is a symbol of your love for each other. That's why when couples sometimes who aren't getting along very well will take their wedding band off, it's a symbol of rejection, and especially if gifts is their primary love language. You see, the symbol has emotional meaning. Now, gifts mean more to some people than they do to other people. And that's why, you know, sometimes a guy will give his wife a gift and she doesn't really just light up and, you know, dance on the floor, and he said, well, it costs a lot of money, and she act like I didn't do anything. Well, it may not be her love language, but if it is, it really won't matter what you give. It's going to be important. We said earlier it's the thought that counts, but it also helps if you will recognize that there are certain kinds of gifts that she really appreciates more than other kind of gifts. Now, there are people who will say, well, I'm not a gift giver. I never learned to give gifts. I never received many gifts. Well, the good news is this is easy to learn. This language you can learn. Make a list of the gifts you've heard her comment on in the past that other people have given her. That'll give you a clue on the kind of gifts she appreciates. Or you could recruit sister or brother of your spouse. They know them. They know what they would like, and they'd be glad to spend your money and buy them a gift. Or you could also get a gift notebook. You know, while you're watching the channel on TV that's selling all the things, you could, and she said, oh, I'd like to have that. You know, write it down. Or looking through a catalog, write it down. Keep a list of those things. Now, some of you will have to change your attitude about money if this is your spouse's language. You know, there are spenders and there are savers. And spenders will have no difficulty buying gifts, but savers will. Because to them, they're saying, well, I don't buy myself gifts, why should I buy them gifts, you know? Well, the fact is you do give yourself gifts. If you're a saver, and so you're saving, investing money, you're giving yourself the gift of self-worth and security. But you're not giving your spouse the gift of love. Look at it this way. Giving a gift, if this is your spouse's language, giving a gift is an investment in your marriage. It'll be one of the best investments you've ever made. But there's also the gift of presence, your physical presence, and particularly in times of celebration and crisis. I remember the wife who said to me, my husband loves softball more than he loves me. And I said, why would you say that? She said, because when our baby was born, as soon as the baby was born, he left to go play softball. He loved softball more than me. You see, his presence there in that moment of celebration meant a lot to her. Now, his story was, I just wanted to tell the guys that I had a baby. Well, you know, I understand that, but presence was important to her. If your spouse calls you on the phone when you're out of town and they say, I just got news that my mom is at the point of death, or some family member is really, really sick, don't ask, do you want me to come home? You just say, honey, I'll be home as soon as I can get there. They will never forget the gift of your presence. On the other hand, if you don't come home, they'll probably never forget that either. The gift of presence, it's powerful.